Hello, boys and girls. What a fabulous day it is today. Sanity is slowly being restored to this sad country of ours. And then, what do I get in the mail today? What's in the box? What's in the box? We're gonna find out. First off, I want to show you a few things. You may remember the custom cover of Ronin Flix. Well, the disc finally came, so how about that? Still gotta watch the movie. Second and Charles, they had a buy 5 used, get 5 used free deal. So I went to the bargain bin and I found some stuff, some interesting finds, things that I didn't expect, like the amazing Screw-On head by the creator of Hellboy. No Blu-ray release of it, but it is a comic book adaptation, so, and a comic book I've never read, but I like seeing indie, non-superhero comics getting adapted into films. And then, speaking of superheroes, we got the 1949 Batman and Robin serial collection. I need to get the 1940, whatever that, the other one was like, what was it, 1943, the other one? And it was put out by Columbia Pictures, and so as you can see, it's one of the few Batman-related things that does not have the Warner Brothers logo on it. This one and Batman the movie has the 20th Century Fox, the Blu-ray of it still has the 20th Century Fox logo, but if and when they do a re-release of it, it'll probably have the Warner Brothers logo, but then, like the television series, it has the Warner Brothers logo, but the Blu-ray still has the 20th Century Fox logo. This one still has the Columbia logo. It's a mess, but anyway. Then we got, I think this was the last film that Roger Corman directed, and that was Frankenstein Unbound, with this really cool cover. I always loved that cover. And what was this? 1990 was when this came out. And yeah, this was the last one he directed, which, to be fair, he was always much more of a producer rather than a director, but still. It's got John Hurt and it's got Raul Julia in it, so I mean, it's got a good pedigree of actors. And then we have possibly the worst animated film ever made, Food Fight, which I got for dirt cheap, and that's about the only way that one should have this in their collection. Now, to be fair, I've not watched the whole thing. I've just seen some reviews of it, but from what I mean, you don't even, I mean, just look at it. You know, if you see the actual movie, it's like, just, I can't even describe it. It's so, like, the history behind it is fascinating, so just, it's a whole other video in and of itself, and we gotta keep this thing moving. Hot Shots Part 2. I've not seen Hot Shots Part 1 or this one, so seems like a good way to start. And yeah, it's a Jim Abrams of Abrams Zucker, you know, which the three of them, you know, they made Airplane, and then the various people on their own, they went on and did different things like, you know, Naked Gun and these, and Top Secret, Mafia, a couple other movies. And then got Meet Bill with our dear Aaron Eckhart and Elizabeth Banks and our dear Jessica Alba. You know, got some good stuff going there. Never seen this. No Blu-ray. Now, I did have Simone already, but the cover, I got the disc only before, and the cover that I printed off for it, I didn't pay for that cover, I just found it, but it was not very high resolution, so I managed to find this with the official cover, and yeah, so I'll sell the other one. And then, now we get to the Blu-rays. Catwoman, which is one of the funniest superhero movies ever because of how camp-tacular it is. It really is the Showgirls of superhero films. I think it's just, it's funny, because there are people who have, like, a true, like, venomous hatred for this movie. I don't, because, like, again, it's just so, it's too entertaining to be, like, hate-worthy. It's bad, believe me, it's horrible, but it's so funny that it's like, I just can't help but love it. And how appropriate, this particular copy does not have the title on the side, so they must have misprinted it, or rather, not printed it at all. And then, similarly, we got Jonah Hex, which I already had. I did not have the slipcover for it, so I'll be able to sell the other one that I got, while, at the same time, still keeping the custom cover that I printed off, just putting it on the inside. So, yeah. But it's like, you know, This slipcover is not easy to find normally, and it can be kind of pricey, so I was glad I found it for dirt cheap. And then Momentum, which I've never heard of, and it was also dirt cheap. And that's about all I have to say about that, because I've not seen it. But yeah, that was my buy 5, get 5. Now, on to the main event. What's in the box? What's in the box? We're going to find out in just a second. So, this is Ronin Flix, are they like a new company? It seems like they are, because I'd never heard of them. But it's a beautiful cover, beautiful logo here. We open up the box, and we get a bunch of stuff here. What all do we have? We have I Spit on Your Grave. That's right. This is the Ronin Flix exclusive big limited box set of one of the most controversial films ever made. I sold my copy of the one that Anchor Bay put out because I knew that that this one was coming out. And I was really looking forward to this because I did watch the Anchor Bay copy that I had, knowing that I did want to get this in the collection here. So yeah, one of the most controversial films ever made, but let me tell you, I thought it was incredibly, because I finally watched it, I thought it was incredibly courageous, and I thought it was brutal. It was very difficult to watch and to absorb, but I mean that in a good way, because of how it took no prisoners. It was brutally honest about how horrific rape is, and you see why this person would go to the lengths that she goes to get her revenge. Like, there are a lot of rape revenge films out there, but this is probably the prototypical one, and it's really damn good for what it is. Definitely not for everyone. I would highly not to recommend it if you unfortunately have been through the same or similar experiences yourself, or if you just can't necessarily handle that sort of thing. I wouldn't blame you whatsoever. But I would highly recommend it insofar as I think that the director Mia Zarchi, having tried to help, a woman that he'd found, bloodied and raped and in a horrible condition, and that inspired him to make the movie. It's like, I think knowing that it came from a good place ultimately, and it does speak to this horrific truth about the world, about just how horrific rape is, then, I think it absolutely accomplishes what it sets out to do. Now, this particular set here is gorgeous. So, much like the Friday the 13th set, we have these clear cases. We've got the film itself. I found this out after the fact, after I recorded that first video where I talked about the other copy I had. So this is Camille Keaton, who Mia Zarchi was married to, after having made the film and met her through the film. He actually married her, and they were married for a while, but not for ever. And apparently, this is the part I didn't know, apparently this person on the poster is 16-year-old Demi Moore. Yeah, apparently so. Which I had no clue, but hey, that's a good little bit of information. Now, there was some not controversy, there was some, I guess you'd say, dispute about the title of the film. I think that it was Mia Zarchi who had written it and wanted it very strongly to be Day of the Woman. And in some, territories, some theaters and stuff, it still said Day of the Woman, and then, but I guess it was the distributor wanted it to be I Spit on Your Grave, and so, if you look on the back here in the credits, it says I Spit on Your Grave, aka Day of the Woman, and as you can see, there's Day of the Woman on that poster, so, there was a way to kind of get, both sides happy. But the I Spit on Your Grave caused quite a stir when it came out back in 1978. It was Roger Ebert's worst film he'd ever seen, but again, I doubt he knew the backstory to it. And then, but even knowing that, it's like I'm sure some people, for them, it wouldn't necessarily be good enough, and I mean they have every right to think that. But um, then this is something that I didn't know that this set came with. I figured it out after the fact. So it comes with the original film, as we know, but then with the it comes with the canonical sequel, or the sequel to the original timeline, called I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu, aka Day of the Woman Deja Vu. And this one, I believe, has Camille Keaton back, if I recall. Yes, it does. And so, yeah, I mean, how about that? And it was written and directed by Mears Archie. So, there you go. Copyright 2018. So yeah, it's a full-blown canonical sequel. And I emphasize canonical sequel because there were, in the wake of I Spit on Your Grave's success, because it was a financial success, because it was also really low budget, so there were a lot of unofficial sequels to the original film, but this one was the only official one, and that's, of course, not counting the remake series. There was, like, I Spit on Your Grave 1, 2, and 3, Vengeance is Mine, and those are separate continuity from what I understand, but it's really cool to know that this came with the overall set here. I didn't know that until after I'd ordered it, but I'm really glad that it does, because you get the whole picture. I have not seen this one, but I will. And then the surprises keep on coming, because I didn't know about this either. And I think that this might be, correct me if I'm wrong, but this might be just this set exclusively. And it's a documentary called Growing Up With I Spit on Your Grave, and it was done by Terry Zarchi, who is Mears Archie's son, I believe. And so yeah, it's a documentary all about it. And the problem, I will say, like, these are so damn similar that, just gazing at it casually, you would not be able to tell. But anyway, yeah, so it's a documentary all about it. And, you see young Camille Keaton there, and just pretty amazing stuff, I think, which kind of looks like either young Lloyd Kaufman or young Wes Craven there, doesn't he? And we got a couple other goodies. We got this beautiful booklet here with this beautiful artwork. That boat scene's really a good bit of climactic film. It's a good climactic film ending. Just show you a little bit of that. So yeah, apparently that's a young Demi Moore there. But yeah, this film, I still highly recommend it, despite the upsetting subject matter, or perhaps because we need to be brave enough to confront that which upsets us, and especially when it's something that tragically, I forget the exact statistic, but it's like an alarmingly high number of women that will face some kind of sexual assault or sexual harassment in their lifetimes. Like, the numbers are unreal. So, it's something that we have to think about and talk about. And then, oh, look at that. So we got this thing, which I think is a magnet. Let's see. This will be good on my fridge, won't it? Oh, 2 magnets. So we got for both films. How nice is that? I'll put those on my fridge. And lo and behold, we also have posters. Woo! I got posters for the first one and a poster for the second one. How about that? I will have to put these in a place of honor, I think. And look at this on the back. It's a 2-sided one. How about that? Now, is the other one 2-sided or not? No. So the other one is not 2-sided, but this one is. So I guess it's if you wanted to shout out the sequel, or if you just wanted to show off the original again. Now, I love that artwork. It's beautiful. So I can't really blame them there. Plus, you get, more bang for your buck. And yeah, comes in this gorgeous Ronin Flix box, which I think is just wonderful to look at. And yeah, I mean, how about that? Thanks, Ronin Flix. I did that V for Vendetta 4K set from Amazon that, in my opinion, was so piss poor in its construction, and leave it up to Ronin Flix, which I'd never heard of, but leave it up to them to go above and beyond with a really great set. And I'm gonna keep that Ronin Flix box because it's so gorgeous looking. So shown up, Ronin Flix showed up Amazon and Warner Brothers in terms of overall presentation. So yeah, did you guys pre-order this bad boy? Let me know in the comments below, which I guess technically be bad, well, not bad, but badass girl. Did you order this one? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, set phasers to stun, warp factor 5. Now we know what is in the box, so Brad Pitt can rest easy. I'll see you in the next video, kids. Stay safe.